Hey everyone, Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back to segment number 2, or part 2 of the Lucas fuel treatment versus seafoam treatment additive. If you were there for the first one, you'll remember that we put 14 ounces of seafoam into a 2000 Mercury Mariner with freshly changed spark plugs, and we checked the cylinder bore prior to putting the treatment in to take a look and see what the top of the piston looked like. We did the same exact thing with the GMC Sierra, only we put the Lucas treatment additive into the fuel tank, and we're on the original plugs that the vehicles had since they were first installed. So we'll go back and we'll see what the fuel mileage looks like on both the Mariner as well as the GMC Sierra. Then we'll take a look at the top of the piston again with the bore scope, see if there's any noticeable differences. As I said, I wanted to perform this test on 2 cans, because I believe just one treatment cycle isn't enough. So how did we do this experiment? Well, first we filled up our tank. We put the treatment additive in the fuel tank of 14 ounces. We then ran through that entire tank, and then we ran through one entire tank of just gasoline, and then we're gonna go back to the treatment with a full tank of gas, and then we'll go one full tank of gasoline with no treatment, giving it 4 different tank fills, 2 different additives put into the tank. So that's what's going on for this video. I know what some of you guys are thinking right now. You're like, Justin, is it really snowing in the desert? Yeah, it is. In fact, most of the roads are closed right now, and I'm supposed to be at my military training, but I couldn't get there because the main highways that I need to go on are all closed. CHP is turning everyone around. All the snow chains have been sold out, for the exception of like a couple that don't fit my car. So that doesn't really work for me. And I couldn't find a scraper anywhere. So that kind of sucks. So I'm kind of doing this right now to show you guys that I'm putting in the second treatment, but I'm actually gonna come back to you guys in the same exact video about a week or 2 later and show you the results. And we'll see where we're at. Okay, and as you guys can see with the Mariner, we're averaging 20.2 miles per gallon. Now I have recently, this last weekend, changed out the spark plugs for the first time. We are sitting at about 132,000 miles. And I've put 1 full tank of gas through it. So now we're at another full tank. We're gonna see how the seafoam treatment either improves or does not improve the fuel mileage. All right, now we're in the Mercury Mariner, and you can see we're at 19 miles per gallon average, and we have 133,520 miles, and we've gone through 2 14-ounce seafoam solution treatments within a 1-month period. Let's go underneath the hood of the car, remove that spark plug, see what the top of the piston looks like, and then we'll go and see what the top of the piston of the Chevy looks like. All right, haven't been underneath the hood in a while. I'm seeing a little bit more piss and a little bit more crap from the rodents. Not really seeing any new wire damage. I just now turned this off. But look at this. They've got a piece of the firewall draped sarcastically on top of my intake as if to tell me, ha ha ha, you wasted money on this Mouse Blocker Pro. Alright, well this isn't about Mouse Blocker Pro today. I just thought I'd share that piece of information that we clearly still have a rodent issue. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and unplug this coil and take it out, and then we'll take a look down the cylinder. Alright, removing the plug. Let's see what kind of... Here's a brand new plug with however many miles that we added onto it. Now let's take a bore scope, stick it on down there, and see what 2 treatment cycles did, if anything. Alright, so we do have a bit of carbon on there, as we can expect from Any engine with over 100K. It's pretty even all the way around though, if you ask me. Alright, so let me lift this camera up a little bit. Oh yeah, it did something. 2 treatment cycles of seafoam definitely did something to the top of this piston. You can see quite a bit of carbon has actually been removed. Now, where'd that carbon go? Is it caught up in the catalytic converter? Should I expect premature failure now of my catalytic converter, or did it turn it to soot and just blow it out the exhaust? But I'm pretty impressed with that. Okay, and as you guys can see, I'm almost at a little bit above 3/4 of a tank, averaging 15.2 miles per gallon. With the Lucas treatment additive added to the vehicle on OEM plugs, we're going to see if that fuel economy changes without changing anything else on the OEM plugs. And to give you an idea, we're at 85,849 miles on the 2013 GMC Sierra. All right, so first one up is going to be the GMC. It's been about a month. We've gone through 2 of the Lucas treatment additives. Let's see what our fuel economy looks like now. Average fuel economy, 15.1 miles to gallon. And we were at 88,221 miles since the last time we did the first video. But that is the top of our piston. And you can see we do have some carbon buildup, which is what we can expect for, you know, almost 100,000 miles. God damn it, the glare. Here's the Lucas treatment results. And back this off the piston a little bit. Kind of move it around. Looks like it might have taken a little bit off. But to be honest, it looks... I'll have to revisit the older footage. All right, guys, so here's my final thoughts. They both suck. All right, so after looking at some of the original footage before we put the treatment additives in, looking at the mileage, just talking about the fuel economy for a minute, Lucas fuel economy decreased 0.1 miles per gallon on average. Driving the same exact distance, same exact person drove the entire time. That's their A to B. So no driving habits changed whatsoever or distance of travel. The seafoam treatment additive, we lost 1.2 miles per gallon on average. Going again, to and from work, same exact person driving all throughout the entire month. Driving conditions and didn't change, so we saw a huge decrease in fuel economy. Talking about the results that we saw on top of the piston. So, gonna have to give it to Seafoam on this one. It did clean a lot of carbon off the top of the piston in the Mariner. On the other hand, Lucas did not do so well. I barely saw any kind of cleaning of any kind on the top of that piston. So my final thought is this. Would I recommend either one of these products to anyone? Absolutely not. Not one way, shape, or form would I ever recommend dumping any of these products into your car.
After seeing the decreased fuel economy in my Mariner, and after seeing how it didn't do anything whatsoever to the top of the piston in the GMC, neither one of them are worth wasting your money on. Unless you really just want to clean the top of your piston and lose over 1 mile per gallon on fuel economy, go for it. Or if you want to dump it in just to see if it does anything yourself, go for it. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend either one of these products to anybody. All it did was just cost me money. But hey, it was worth the experiment, to say the least. That's all I got for this video. Thanks as always for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Share if you want to share. I know there's going to be some comments on this. We'll see you guys next time. Deuces.